Andrea Jenkyns.
I believe that every young person should have access to an excellent education, and further education colleges play a vital role in achieving this. 111 people from my constituency of Morley and Outwood, including myself, signed this petition, and I made the decision to sign the petition because I recognise that more needs to be done to address and highlight this important issue. As co-chair of the All-Party Group on Education and vice-chair of the Social Mobility All-Party Group, I understand the importance that education has as the best way to improve your lot in life. That is why this issue is so important today and why I felt compelled to sign the petition. The government will have raised funding for school pupils aged 5 to 16 by more than 50% in real terms by 2020 than in 2000. This is to be praised and a record we should be proud of. However, looking at the House of Commons library figures, it is clear that funding for the 16 to 19 age group has fallen. The Institute for Fiscal Studies Research's annual report on educating spending in England stated that the equivalent of 16 to 19 students' spending has fallen from 6,208 in 2010-11 to 5,698 in 2017-18. The average funding per student for the 16 to 19 age group is now less than that for secondary school age students and for higher education students. The IFS estimates this is now about 8% lower than spending per pupil in secondary schools. And I hope that this parity is something the government will be looking at in their response to this debate. The issue of local authority-maintained schools, academies and sixth form colleges have to pay VAT is an issue that has been raised. Schools and academies are subsequently reimbursed for the cost through VAT refunds. However, no schemes exist for sixth form colleges. This is another area which I hope the government are looking at because this anomaly, it has been argued, places them at a disadvantage. The Sixth Form Colleges Association claims that the average sixth form college lost around $385,000 in 2015-16 because of this anomaly. And in November 2018, the Association of Colleges argued that the Treasury should use this opportunity afforded by Brexit to extend the VAT refund scheme to all publicly funded sixth form level education. Again, I hope that the government is looking closely at Brexit and any dividends that it could offer. Mr Chairman, it's not all bad news and the government deserves praise where praise is due. Investment has been announced to strengthen education for 16 to 19-year-olds in certain academic areas. For example, as we've heard, a further £600 for additional students participating in Level 3 mathematics will be available, and two payments of £600 may be made, for instance, if a pupil is taking it in 2 years of maths study. Moreover, it was announced in the 2017 autumn budget that £40 million worth of funding has been allocated to establish centres for excellence in mathematics. Ministers have also made £300 million of restructuring funding available to colleges, and half of this has already been spent. However, the Honourable Member for Harlow, in his role as Chair of the Education Committee, I feel accurately said that successive governments have failed to give further education the recognition it deserves and for the role it plays in our national productivity puzzle. The Prime Minister has said that austerity is coming to an end. Well, this is an area where I hope the government are looking closely at because it is an area that certainly needs addressing. We need to invest in our young people if we are to achieve our ambitions for our economy. I agree with the Raise the Rate campaign when they say that if we are to meet our objectives for a strong post-Brexit economy and a socially mobile, highly educated workforce, then we need to increase funding in this area. This is not the time to point fingers and play party politics, not with our young people's future. Let us now increase college funding to sustainable levels and see a greater parity with secondary schools. I'd like to finish by thanking the education leaders in my constituency, including the fantastic Elliot Hudson College, who I recently visited, for the great work that they do in educating our constituents, both young and old. Thank you.